Righto, here we go. Ready, steady, Michael?
I'm ready to go.
Boy, howdy, great. Yep. So, Bud, how are things? Oh, librarian. Hey, in case you don't listen to the podcast, Michael just got canned at his workplace, making widgets and whatnot. And also just got kicked to the curb by his super awesome wife, Emily. So, Lordy Lou, as you can imagine, he's feeling emasculated and down in the dump, probably feeling kind of worthless. You know how it goes.
Thanks, Jack. That was a great introduction.
Thorough!
I'm actually feeling a lot better now. At least I was until you sort of brought all that stuff back up.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Michael. I've had my share of personal problems and...
Librarian Lordy Lou, my neighbor friend, has enough problems of his own. I mean, don't burden him with your personal issues.
Jack, I was just offering up some support,
As I was saying, Michael, I did not realize our guests would be so rude. Now, go on. Tell us about your failures and how bad you're feeling due to, life choices and whatnot, huh? Go on.
You know what, Jack? I don't know what this lady ever did to you for you to be quite so rude to her. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Thank you. My name is Lisa Ellison. I work for the public library.
Hi, Lisa. Sorry, Jack's such a dick today.
Whoa!
So, I'm not... Okay, so you're the librarian.
That's correct.
Michael, she's not a therapist, so don't talk about your job ending and your anxiety, stress, or, looking for a new place or job or anything. That's not her business.
Yeah,
bud.
It's not, and I'm actually a little sick of talking about it on the show. I don't really think it's anybody's business, so I thought we would get right to... Well,
ding-lang, ding-dong, bud. Frickin' heck. I feel for you. I mean, truly. Yep. Listen. What?
Did you have too many Red Bulls today, Jack? You're amped up.
I had 3. Just dump them right into the sweet tea now, Michael.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes?
I don't think that is healthy at all.
I'll have to ask my lady doctor about that.
You probably should talk to your doctor about putting 3 Red Bulls per sweet tea, or...
Oh, no. 1 per sweet tea, Michael.
Okay, but you still drink 7 of those a day. That's too much Red Bull.
I'm not a mathematician. I was only in finance, Michael. Anyway, no worries, because the librarian can probably hire you at, the local book depository. Congrats.
Oh, so that's what this is about. Look, guys, I'm sorry to say, but there are no current job openings at our library. I mean, I could try.
Oh, biscuits and gravy. I knew it would come down to this. Oh, God. Don't worry, Michael. I am setting my plan into action. Yep. Old Jack B has you covered. Boy, howdy. You don't worry your bald head about it, huh?
I guess thanks, Jack, but you really don't have to set up job interviews for me on the podcast. I can do this myself.
Oh, Michael, apparently you can, or you'd be landed a job by now. But I gotcha.
All right. Well, we don't have a job set up for me, so let's move on.
In the works, Michael.
Yeah, let's not worry about it. It's
Oh, I'm not worried.
I'm also not worried. Can we talk about something different then?
Yeah. You're half of your show, mostly half of your show too, bud. Why don't you, roll on in with a topic of interest?
Well, my first topic of interest is you finally got your shit cleaned up in this place.
Yep, look at this. Old Michael shining the spotlight right back on Jack Billings. Okay, listen. Hey, we know our strengths, That's fine, bud. Hey, we're good. Listen, all this, I just ordered a ton of IKEA furniture, and on the cheap, my real, very real life human wife, Maureen, she's currently working with several interior decorators to refurnish and, touch things up for the long run. When she gives the go-ahead, I'll just have this, I'll have Abigail lug all this crapola into pervert David's lawn and, just set it on fire. Bonfire party, Michael.
Jack, why don't you just, donate it to Goodwill or something, or to some sort of homeless shelter? Let somebody have the furniture. Don't just set it on fire. Don't just get rid of it. I know it's cheap, but people could use that stuff.
Jack, you're not serious, right? You would destroy.
Burn! Yeah! I want to see a pyre of Swedish furniture lighting up the entire neighborhood before the new year. Lordy Lou, Michael, I can smell the carcinogens already.
Okay, so burn all your furniture in the room because your wife... Wait a minute. You have a wife? Seriously? Is he married?
He says he's married, but I've never actually met his wife, and I've known Jack for damn near a year now.
Michael, I'm married, bud.
Yeah.
My wife is just overseas. She does a lot of girl trips.
You sure do say that a lot, but...
Michael, if you knew how to treat a wife, maybe you'd have one. Boom! Oh, Billings! Too soon?
Yeah, a little bit too soon there, Jack.
Oh, wow. Librarian! At any rate, you're way off. Not just the furniture in this room. I'm talking the entire house. Stuff that people aren't ever even gonna see. Well, except for the very extra special Goody Toma master guest bedroom, of course. That would be irresponsible.
Actually, that was the one I was going to suggest that you do set out onto David's lawn and burn up.
Poor taste, Michael. You know what they say? Those who haveth a poor taste within their eyes and mouth and nose and ear area, doth all the senses that the good Lord hath given them, shall be shunned to look like nerds and decorate their houses as such, and they shall be ridiculed. I don't remember who said that, but I've heard it.
I don't think you heard that. And also, I would think the Goody Toma bedroom stuff is what would make you a nerd.
Speaking of nerds, can we get back to the public library? Jack, can we please discuss your late fees as you promised me? Then I'll be out of your hair so you two can discuss relationships and wasting money and furniture.
Woohoo! Ooh, Michael, listen to her. You got her all revved up, huh? Oh, American dollar is still top dog. Yeah, well, I have to admit it, Lisa. I am a bit disappointed. You are a servant of the people, right? Yeah. There to, disperse knowledge, if you will, to the common person of Hamilton County, Ohio, yeah?
Jack Billings, you owe over $300 in late fees.
Well, your words, not mine. I do not have the science, the statistics, but if Lisa...
$364.55. You did not return anything.
Librarian! I donate $2,000 a year to the public library. Just frickin' deduct it, huh? Lordy Lou, surely, Michael have my back here, yeah?
Jack, that is not how it works. Yes, you do donate to the public library, and we appreciate that a great deal. But that doesn't mean you can just take things from the library permanently.
Yeah, Jack, why don't you just go to the bookstore? There's one not that far away from here. What, are you checking out National Geographics?
Michael, do not get me started on filth. Librarian Lisa Ellison. I give a decent amount of money to the library system, so in turn I expect to,
Jack! Donations do not entitle you to just taking things. Don't you realize that these materials are meant to be available to the entire population of the Hamilton County area?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me started. Maybe they need to just, donate more. That way they can get all the good stuff first, like me.
Jack Billings,
Lisa Librarian. Just watch this. Michael. Podcast co-host and neighbor friend.
Yes.
How much cash-a-roo have you donated to the Hamilton County Library System? Ever?
I don't actually donate anything.
Yep, you got it. Heard it here first. His words, not mine.
But really, Jack, what are you taking out of the library? I don't see any books in this house ever.
Materials, Michael.
Oh, so it is National Geographic's.
Whatever.
that's not how the system works, Jack. You have to understand this, right?
Librarian, give me a break, yeah?
Jack, no donations are an annual way to support the library system.
Yeah, Jack, just pay your freaking fines and stop taking stuff out of the library if you don't intend on bringing it back.
Michael, not to take Jack's side by any means, but your children also have absurd, outstanding late fees as well.
Oh, crap.
It's amazing what a little candy can buy, huh? Yeah, Uncle Jack for the win!
Are you taking my kids to the library, Jack? What, are we just taking stuff out of the library and not telling me and not bringing them back?
Michael, that sounds like things you need to bring up with your own children.
Yeah, I think it is, but...
listen, bud. You don't have a job. You don't have a woman. I don't know what else you're doing with your days. Maybe you should interact with your kids. Blood kin. But as for me, Lordy Lou, paid in full. I can dig up the old checks I used if you want.
Jack Billings, you come in and bleed on the books on a weekly basis.
Abigail!
What?
Lisa Lisa Librarian? Yup. That was what I meant.
Michael, maybe your ex has the library card in question. Maybe we could work something out at the circulation desk to deal with those late fines.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't think Emily would have been the one to not return stuff to the library. This absolutely sounds like a Jack Billings thing. But yeah, they didn't tell me. I have actually been hanging out with my kids a lot lately because, like you said, I don't have anything better to do.
Oh yeah, good on you, bud. Good job.
They never...
Single dad here. A+ #1.
They never said anything about you taking them to the library. And they didn't say anything about bringing the books back either, so...
Jack comes into the library and literally bleeds onto the books multiple times. And when I try to address him, he pretends to spit at me, covers his ears, and runs away.
But he's bleeding on the books from where?
Multiple lacerations, Michael. It just happens, right? Extreme sports dirt all. Life.
Are you getting these lacerations in the library, or are you getting them and then going to the library?
Mixed bag. That's the beauty of life, huh? This beautiful thing called life. You never know what it's gonna throw at you. Where are you gonna be injured next, Michael, huh?
I don't know, but there's one of those, what do you call those?
Hamburgers?
No, the place...
Sweet tea.
No, the urgent care. There's one of those urgent care places right next to the library. Why don't you go there if you're cut instead of...
For what?
To take care of your cuts.
A book is not a BandAid.
Huh. Well, Michael, the story adds up here, but, Listen, Michael and librarian friend Lisa Ellison, I will admit to entering the library with assorted fresh wounds of the flesh. On the regular. But that is just because I am an extreme sportster. Librarian, you must understand injuries do occur. And as for the screaming, false spitting, I mean, it would be on par with the combination of the lacerations and cuts and heavy bruising. I mean, they hurt. Oh, I mean, as one would expect them to, I suppose. Case closed.
Is the case closed? Are you on your way to the library when you're getting these cuts? Or, like, you should probably plan your trips to the library so that you go straight from here.
Jack, every single time you run away, I mean, I'm like a little girl.
Well, Michael, story adds up.
The story, yeah, I've heard you scream like a little girl.
We actually don't allow little girls to scream in the library.
Yeah, Lordy Lou. You see, librarian friend Lisa Ellison and Michael.
You know, Jack, maybe you should take some time and think about the value of the public library.
Yeah, Jack, if you're injured, you should probably go home and take a shower before you go into the library.
Huh.
Well, I can't believe we have to tell you this. This is...
Michael, I mean, I have a schedule. My Tuesdays. Long-standing Tuesday tradition. Whew. Daybreak. Sweet tea. Second sweet tea. Usually bathroom. Make sure you get out of the driveway, but you know that hasn't been so much lately. Sorry, bud. Okay, after that, it's, what? Following Johnny T to the high school, breakfast at Bitterby Sweet Cafe, extreme sporting, then lunch at the Bitterby Sweet Cafe, and or Frickers, and or Tubes, followed up by a trip to the public library, and then a meal at the Olive Garden. Because I can assure you both that if you are proposing that I swap things out on this, well, frickin' forget it. This is America. USA.
So
USA.
So
USA.
You're not even
USA.
Gonna
America.
think about going to the library first and then doing your extreme sports after?
Oh, I was chanting in my head. What? What? Are we still talking about Tuesday?
No.
Oh, Michael, why are you laughing?
Because you're a ridiculous person, Jack Billings. Yeah, the library should be maybe your stop before you go and do your extreme sport. If you're in there bleeding on the books.
Yeah, great idea. Excellent, great.
You know, Jack, you come in monthly just to put the National Geographic magazine in the trash.
Whoa. Well, listen now. I have been... listen. Some of these pictorials apparently support, Lordy Lou, neighbor friends. What I'm trying to say is the National Geographic magazine has been deemed too sassy for the public at large. Boy, howdy. I mean, there are children present.
Jack, you are not in charge of what the public can or can't consume.
Jack, you donated a 100-year subscription. You're the one who gives people access to this publication. You claim to be a man of science practically every time you stop in. Well, the National Geographic is made up of articles about science, geography, history, and yes, world culture. If you have a problem with the periodical's content, perhaps you should just stop reading it. And as for the record, it is not your call as to what is and is not appropriate information for the rest of our community soon.
But, ooh, wow. All right, that does not make much sense to me, but maybe you're right. I mean, I could just stop looking at the issues as, they come in.
Great. Well, that's one issue solved. How about this? After a long, hard afternoon of extreme sport...
Oh, yeah. Boy, howdy. Parkour, skate deck board riding, martial arts training, snake hunting, all that. There's probably more. Michael, give me a hand.
I didn't even know about the martial arts or the snake hunting. Where are you hunting snakes?
Michael, in the woods.
Those are...
And my basement.
Well, you probably shouldn't be hunting snakes in the woods. Those are probably Buzz's pet. And you know what happens when Buzz gets angry.
Yeah. Zap, zap. Yikes.
Exactly.
Yes, all of that, Jack. How about you take a nice, well-earned shower after your extreme sport action, after which you can properly bandage up your wounds and then go about your day of several lunches and then your library stop.
So I wouldn't be really putting a stop to my third favorite day of the week, but adding another happening to the old checklist. Lordy Lou, what do you think, Michael, huh? Take an old rub-a-dub-dub before I go out on, into the public and such?
Yeah, dude, go take a shower for the love of crap.
Hot dog, for the love of crap. That's what he said. His words, not mine. Librarian friend, this suggestion of yours may solve a few additional problems I've had. Running in my most third fun day of the year, Tuesday. Would you believe that you are not the only human person I interact with on Tuesday that has brought it to my attention that my random bleeding impacts their day to day in a, debatably negative manner?
Wow, Jack, that is just shocking.
Michael?
Yeah, Jack.
Is that sarcasm that you were telling me about?
Yeah, I think it is because...
Billings nailed it again! So she doesn't even really mean what she says?
No, she does.
It's like lying, but different?
Yeah, no. Anybody that you come into contact with that you're bleeding around, they're probably not too thrilled with you.
Well, you guys have said a few things that I will consider, but, while we're on the topic... Guess who also placed the complaint in the old open wounds department, huh? Go on. Throw a few guesses my way, neighbor friend.
Well, if you're over at Bitter Be Sweet, I'm sure Abigail and
yeah, that's one.
the owner of Better Be Sweet, I forget what her name is.
Nah, never there.
I'm going to go with Maureen.
She doesn't see me bleeding.
Probably all the wait staff over at Frickers.
Yeah, Frickers. Okay, you got 3 out of the way, bud. Sorry, 2 left, librarian.
Don't forget the Olive Garden.
Yeah, they don't like me very much. By then, the blood's usually kind of crusty, and I get it all over the tablecloths.
Oh, I know Albert's a little skeeved out by blood, so he probably doesn't appreciate when you go over to Tubes all bloody.
Well, I mean, Bud, you don't even guess his left, but yeah. Heck, Albert, yeah, he always shames me. He gives me those little wet naps when you're eating seafood or, in deep to whatever you're nomming down on. So, ones you guys missed, the bus driver.
You shouldn't get on the bus with open wounds.
That's what she tells me?
Yeah,
Michael.
And it's not going to make the bus any dirtier. I'm worried about you getting an infection.
Yeah, well, street tough, street hard. That's me. Extreme Sportster.
I never want to hear you say street hard again.
Noted. Also Seamus tells me about, the open wounds. Not a great idea.
So...
Moving along.
Seamus, the one that you
Old Widow Welch. Rest in peace, Old Widow Welch. But she would always yell at me.
Were you extreme sporting near her rose bushes? Is that
all the time, Michael?
Is that where you got the cuts from?
Well, what are you gonna jump over? A curb? A pothole? Frickin' rose bush? That's the gold? I am not good at jumping. Did I mention Lisa, the librarian?
You didn't, but you didn't have to. She's sitting right here.
Well, all right. Okay. Great job, librarian.
So that's the list of people that don't want Jack bleeding on them.
Oh, no, Michael. I'm sure that list... Well, who knows? 2019, huh?
What does that even mean?
What I mean, Michael, is Lisa Ellison, she just solved another problemo. Oh, great job. I was not going to figure this one out on my own. I mean, often, after minutes, to an hour of extreme sporting, I tend to get really, really sweaty and possibly smelly. So, on top of the whole leaving trails of blood around the neighborhood, I also sweat through all the layers of my outfit, and let's just say I fit in very well with the average bus person, Michael.
Well, then maybe you should just make the rest of your day riding in the bus, getting that blood and sweat stink all over everything.
Well, you know what they say, Michael. The waiting is the hardest part. Tom Petty.
You nailed that one.
Okay, guys, this is actually going much better than I expected.
Yeah, Lordy Lou. Move over, Star Shimmer Dragon Lily. We have a new life coach in the neighborhood. Look out!
Yeah, as I was saying, so now that you've added showering to your Tuesday schedule, we've illuminated your public bleeding and BO problem. You have come to the realization that you are in no way obligated to interact with the National Geographic magazines ever. So you will no longer be throwing them out.
Yeah, I won't even try to flush them down the toilet at Frickers either. And if I'm really that interested in the content, maybe I can just check out the ones that are sent to my house instead of giving them to random bus people, huh? Woo!
Why is this my life now?
This is great, Jack. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of me too. You hear that, Michael? We're proud of me.
All right, last thing. Since we have done so well at negotiating so far.
Yeah, sure, lay it on me. I feel like we're really bonding here, Lisa. Hey, I'll have to pop on over to the library more often now.
Oh, please don't feel like you have to do that, Jack. In fact, maybe you can come in less to make your visits more special.
You're losing me there, bud. Bookworm bud, but well, whatever.
Back on track. Please stop bringing people into the library to perform.
But the people love it.
Jack, the people that you claim to love it are people that you bring in with you. It's not a performance space. Brother James can take his offensive hymns to a street corner, and though I do find your Batman fan fiction stage play very amusing, you need to practice that at home. It's just disruptive.
You should not bring Brother James anywhere.
Brother James is his own person, Michael.
At the very least, you should not bring him to the library. That is the loudest person I have ever met in my entire life.
He does have range.
He does not belong in the library.
Your words, not mine.
Yeah, they're my words, and you can tell him I said that too. I'm also gonna have to read this Batman fan fiction. Is there fucking?
Michael, I have told you about the Batman fan fiction on several occasions.
Don't think you have. I would
Yeah, now that you mention it, I suppose it would make more sense to move the Batman in Ohio practice to my homestead. Another great suggestion. Also, Lisa Librarian Ellison, if you're still up for trying out, I'd be happy to, cast a part for you. I could write in a scene or two that would maybe incorporate your burlesque performance skills. Just say the word.
How do you know I do burlesque, Jack?
Are you freaking kidding me? Pervert David? He would prattle on about the legendary Doomy Decimal. Apparently you do not disappoint. Michael, you wouldn't believe the things this lady can do with books. Or I've been told. Rest in peace, David.
Well, I don't let my work here conflict with my art. So I tend to perform in Cincinnati. There's more of a scene there anyway. Let's be realistic. There's not much going on in Reading. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say that David died?
Yeah, yep. Kick the frickin' bucket.
Jack, why did you never tell me about this? I am very interested to go see this burlesque show starring the librarian.
Oh, Michael, I was just thinking, bud, boy howdy, I personally need a burlesque dance name. Add another extreme sport to the old business card, huh?
No.
So I'm thinking, I don't
No.
know.
Please, no.
And Randy, huh?
No.
What do you got, huh? You want to burlesque with me? We can be a team, a duo.
I don't know that anybody would want to watch us burlesque.
Oh, I will shake rear, huh? Yeah.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, and the crowd will too. What about you, Michael? You got one? Or, ooh, Michael, I got one for you, bud. HP Love Shaft.
That actually fits me a little bit too well.
Oh, sure does. Lisa, librarian, we found out a few eps back that Michael's kind of a gay. Likes the girls, likes the guys, whatever.
Kind of a gay. There is a term for it, Jack.
Huh?
Yeah, bisexual.
Huh?
You cannot tell me that you've never heard bisexual.
In what?
In life.
Well, you know what we say, Michael, in the library world? Pros before bros.
Wow. What a bisexual episode we got going on, yeah? Good job.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah. Good job, Michael. We'll start practicing.
Those are actually excellent names. Maybe we can form a local group. Back to David, though. Is that why that little gold TARDIS is in his yard now? I thought he was just a huge Doctor Who fan.
Oh, that? No, it's a Porta-John monument to Pervert David. So, we never, ever forget him. It also reminds potential real estate buyers that, they're considering buying a, murder house. In case they missed the spray-painted message on the front of the whole house. Johnny T.
I thought Dylan was the one that spray painted that across the front of the house.
Specifics.
Rest in peace, Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is he buried there?
No, what? No way. Why would you even freaking say that? Weird. Well, look at the time. Little late for me here.
Jack, is David buried in his front yard?
Is Pervert David buried in Pervert David's front yard?
Yes.
So, is Pervert David buried in the owner of the houses next door to us?
That's what I'm asking.
No. What? Who knows, Michael? I don't know. Freaking this librarian. Are you single?
I'm in an open relationship. Why?
Cool. Yeah. Rad. Works out. Nailed it. Michael, bud, stop being such a pathetic sad sack and, take this wonderful sassy librarian out for some coffee or a few drinks or, whatever. This guy is hitting the hay. Good night. Have fun, lover birds. Billings does it again. Move over, stupid Cupid.
So do you want to go over to Super Beer Fun Town and get a drink?
Sure, as soon as I close the library.
Thank you for listening to Jack Billings Presents Me and My Neighbor Michael.
Hey, listen everyone, thanks! You know how you can thank us for doing such an A+ number one job? How about you go subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite thingamajig?
We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean,
Spotify, the YouTube. Yeah.
We're on all of it.
All of it.
There's literally no reason for you to not listen to our show. If you want to get a hold of us, you can email us at jackbillingsofficial@gmail.com.
We're on the Twitter. Tweet. I'm at Jack Billings Pod.
And I'm at my neighbor MICH1.
My neighbor Mitch won.
Yeah, it sucks.
Lame. Hey, bud, call me up on my cell, huh? Maybe we'll put your message on if it's okay. I mean,
Sometimes even if it's not okay.
yep, 216-403-7141. Yeah. Hey, you know what would really mean a whole lot to me? Share this with a friend.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
We need your word of mouth. Support us. I mean, we don't put anything in advertising this thing, and since Michael's dream is to quit his day job, hey, let a guy live, huh?
Yeah, how about you let me live?
Yeah. Tune in next week for more hijinks. Look out. Oh, Abigail. Abigail,
Yeah, I hope you choke on it.
maybe put this episode later. I don't know. Whatever. Boop.
When you're eating ribs.
Yeah, but that's what I said.
Yeah,
Frickin' heck.
I like to get nice and sloppy when I'm eating ribs. Albert watches.
Wow. Cool.